Hello everyone. This video will illustrate various steps involved in writing FxCop Custom Rule. Now consider a scenario wherein you need to check that every namespace name used in an application starts with the prefix MyCompanyName.ProjectName.ModuleName. So what follows would show you how you can code the simple rule within a span of just a few minutes and various steps involved while doing the same. Okay, so let's get started. Step 1. Create a new C# Windows class library project and name the project Check Namespace Naming Convention. Step 2. Add reference to Microsoft FxCop Software Development Kit, that is FxCop SDK.dll and Microsoft.cci.dll. Now these both files would exist in a folder where FxCop is installed. So just browse to that location and add these two DLLs to your project. Okay, now let's move on to step number 3. Add an XML file to the project and name it rules.xml. You are free to give any name to this XML file, but make sure you use the same name across the project. Once you add the XML file, go to its properties list and change the build action property of this rules.xml file to embedded resource. Changing the build action is a very crucial step. This XML file serves as a metadata for FxCop to get all informative details about the rule, like rule description, severity level, resolution, etc. And FxCop requires this file to be an integral part of the rule file assembly and not an external file. So make sure this step is not drawn a blank. Continuing to step number 4, now you need to add information about the rules that you will be developing. FxCop expects this information in a certain predefined structure, which looks something like this. Some of the important values of this structure are type name. The value of type name has to be same as that of a class that where you'll be actually writing the code. The value of category can be any descriptive name. The value of check ID should be unique per rule. The name tag gives the title of your rule. The description tag is used to give a description of your rule that would appear at the bottom part of the FxCop GUI whenever a rule is selected. About resolution tag, whenever FxCop analyzes some target against a rule and finds a bug, it would prompt this text as a resolution for the problem. Next is step number 5. Rename the file class1.cs to that of the type name that we have used in the XML file. Now let's start writing the actual code. First of all, add the using directive for Microsoft.FxCop.sdk. Next, inherit the class base introspection rule into a rule class. A very important step next is to design the constructor. Now make note of each and every parameter of the constructor. The first parameter of the base constructor signifies the type name of the rule to which this class corresponds to, which is same as a class name in our case. The second parameter has to tell the name of the XML metadata file, which is rules.xml in our case, but while specifying it, we have to specify the full name, including the namespace name, and the .xml extension need not be written. The third parameter has to tell the location of the rules.xml file. In our case, it's an embedded resource in the assembly itself. Finally, write the code that checks namespace name of every class type included in the target project and report problem if any of the namespace is not using valid naming convention. So this is how we do it. We override the problem collection check method, in which we simply check the name of the type's namespace if it starts with needed convention. We report issues to FxCop GUI by creating an object of the problem class. The getResolution method automatically returns all the fields of the respective rule being checked by reading from the rules.xml file. Note we pass type.namespace.name as a parameter to getResolution method. This would automatically substitute as the first position parameter {0} we wrote in the resolution node of the XML file. Looks our first custom rule is ready. So now let's compile the code. If no errors, the compilation would create the file, check for valid namespace naming convention.dll in the bin folder. We now put our rule onto a test. We first add our rule to the FxCop GUI, add some targets, and finally analyze the targets against our rule. The analysis has begun. Let's see if our rule works. Cool, I think our rule actually works. And it did find a lot of issues as well. So I hope this fundamental tutorial proves useful to you for getting an overview of how custom FxCop rules are actually programmed. For any of your more queries related to FxCop or .NET analysis, please log on to www.nmentor.com. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.